Second time here in San Antonio.
Second time? Oh,
Yeah, lovely.
Second time. Cons, like taking cons, you know, been here for cons. Past cons. Yeah, so, you know, do the usual, Riverwalk, Alamo, all that stuff.
Barbacoa Big Red.
Barbacoa Big Red.
Me tierra last night.
What's that? Did you go to Tommy's?
No, we got Tommy's at home, so we're good, you know. You gotta do the things that you don't have at home, man. You know, when we first got here, me and Irby, we were hungry, man, so we stopped at Whataburger, man. It was good.
Hey, Irby, what'd you get? What'd you order?
I got the jalapeno cheeseburger.
All right.
Double. Boom.
Double. JD, did you partake?
Do I what?
Did you go? Did you
No,
go?
no. I came in like late afternoon.
But you know about Whataburger, right? You know Whataburger.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Favorite burger there?
I eat anything and everything. Anything and everything.
This guy is yo. You know, when I first met JD, Kurt Sutter said, "Hey, man, this new kid I hired, man, I could go have lunch with him, you know, fill him out a little bit, you know." And so JD comes in my old neighborhood, and you know, he was lean. He's a lean guy, you know. And I go, "Hey, JD, this half, you know, because it's my neighborhood spot," and I go, "I eat double cheeseburgers, bro," you know. And he goes, "Well, I gotta put on weight, bro." You know, so we shared a double cheeseburger. It was great, man.
Yeah.
By the way, JD, San Antonio would do that to you. It'll put on some weight on you. Am I right, everybody? Well, as you can see, the fan turnout for Mayans MC, you know, is so strong, even though it ended. You know, JD, I'll start with you. The thought doing that, it resonated with fans. How does that impact you?
Oh, it was. You know, at first it was strange because, you know, I'm an actor, right? And that's, for me, that's what it's about. It's about being an actor. And I didn't really care, like, not that I didn't care, but there's a lot of segregation in Hollywood. And I didn't want to be, like, known as, like, a Latino actor or this actor or that actor. I was like, no, I'm an actor. Like, don't diminish what I do, period. And then when I did Mayans, a lot of the community started, like, to come up and just say, like, thank you for representing us, you know. And then it really hit me that I was like, oh wow, yeah, we really don't have that. So it became, I take every job seriously, and acting is such a passion of mine, but then it became a responsibility, you know. And I wanted to make sure that we were a successful show, that people could see that we were artists and we were, like, at the top of our game. So it really meant a lot to me.
Yeah, and to play easy. When you were presented that role, you read for it, you know, what stood out for you about the character?
I think that what stood out for me and the most interesting part of the character, because there was so much comparisons, like from the beginning there was just the announcement of a Mayans MC. It was like, oh, he's like a wannabe Jax. You know, there was already gonna be that, right? And like, that's such an unfair thing to say before we even start shooting a frame.
Right.
But, you know, that's what you're gonna get. And the one thing that I really wanted to tap into, I was like, you know, like, how do I make this different so it's not a karaoke version of Sons or Jax? And for me, it was the prison aspect to Easy. I was like, even when you watch Sons, and it just felt like going to prison was a normal thing. And so what I found with Easy was that here was a kid who wasn't looking to be an MC at all, right? And then because of this tragic circumstance and losing his mom and then accidentally killing a cop, he got thrown into prison. And so really doing that research and spending time with, when you go to prison, you don't come out the same.
Right.
And I felt like it was also a responsibility of playing people who've been to prison and come out, and like that post-traumatic stress of living with what you did, you know. So I was really honored that there were so many layers to Easy that I got to play.
Right.
And it was like one of my funnest roles ever.
Right. You talk about representation too. The character was well educated. Yeah, you know, exactly. You know, to bring that aspect to the Hispanic.
Yeah, which is, you know, it's kind of, you know, Hollywood's funny. You know, so much to say about that. But it's like, we're educated dummies, you know, we do go to college and we do, you know, we aspire to, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're all sorts of things, you know, and finally, you know, there's at least opportunity now for our community to show that, you know, we're not just whatever they think we are, you know?
Right, yeah. Michael, first of all, again, welcome to San Antonio. Playing Bishop, though, I mean, to take on that leadership role, the character did, was that ever just daunting for you? Saying like, man, I gotta be that guy for this MC club. I mean, how did you tackle that?
You know, I think that I was that guy.
Oh, really?
I do,
Yeah.
right? Like, I grew up playing sports, and I am the team player, but you're on my team.
Where'd you play?
Soccer.
Okay.
Right, so that was kind of...
Damn, you just said you're on my team.
Well,
What?
Hey, listen, that's how it was, and that's how I had to come in, right? And listen, they had already shot this pilot. There was a previous president. I got called on, they were going to be recasting this. I knew that these guys had already clicked up.
Sure.
I knew they were already a family. I grew up in Palm Springs. My father was black, my mother's Mexican. I've always kind of been an observer and watching things from the outside. So I thought Bishop, you know, there was a part of that like, I wanted that responsibility. As much as being on the soccer field, I want the ball. I want the ball when the clock is ticking. I believe that I can change the game.
Yes.
I believe when I walked into the Mayans, I had a lot of eyes on me. I had a big responsibility. I didn't really watch Sons. I didn't really want to color it to be like Ron or to be like another president, like JD was saying, a version of this.
Yeah.
So I really thought that I was the only person that was born to play Bishop.
Yeah.
And, you know, I did come in with a chip on my shoulder. I did come in, it was the fucking Reyes brothers and this and Primo, and I had all these different things, and I don't really think Bishop grew his wings until season 3 when I said, if you think you can do this without me, let me see you fucking try it.
Yeah.
Right? And that is when we got to know who Bishop was.
Yeah.
And like that was kind of the precipice of what was to come. Yeah, you know, Bishop was a lonely cat who I think was maybe born a family man, but he had no family. You know, and Primo took him in, and that was my family. And then the Mayans were my family.
Right.
I think Bishop was such a character that was always kind of moving on a straight line. He didn't really waver too much. It was only and ever about the club.
Right.
And it was hard for me to let go. You know, even when they took the flash and they took the president patch. You know, my idea of that was like, man, I'm not just going to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, and I really thought that colored a lot of the choices I made as an actor, and it was just that lone wolf.
But you were a great VP.
Yeah, I was. It didn't last long. I was also educated. I was also educated, right? I also read Shakespeare. Okay, and yeah, no, man. I felt like I was born to play Bishop. I was super proud of what we created, all the damage, all the dark, you know, and just fight for the club.
Yeah, yeah. And you took the words out of my question for you was going to be your favorite season, but I guess that season when he took his step.
You know, they were all, I mean, that third season was just great. You know, I had some great scenes with my wife and with Emilio and with the boys. And, you know, when the world started to come in, I liked how Bishop operated.
Yeah.
He wasn't kind of going to be okay with all of this, right? Like, there was always a plan to come back and take back the throne. Right.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying it's interesting. You mentioned right now that you said you didn't want to watch, you know, Sons.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So you pretty much came in with a blank slate.
I came in pretty clean, man.
Yeah.
I didn't ride motorcycles. I learned that in 2 days. You know, I didn't grow up in LA. I was never around gangs, the gang life or the mentality. You know, so I always felt like I was a little different on the Mayans. And that was part of my journey, was to let and make everyone respect me, trust me, and believe in me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't through fear or anything like that. Man, I came in, we laughed, we gassed really hard, but I never let anybody doubt that I was not the right guy for the job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you did a bang up job playing Bishop. It was just, wow. Yes, please. Yes. Hello, Marcus. I'm Sir Marcus Alvarez. Emilio, first of all, welcome back home.
Yeah, be back. Thank you for the welcome.
You grew up in the West Side, correct? West Side of San Antonio?
No, I was born, and we lived in the West Side, and then when I was 4 years old, we shot out to LA, you know.
Oh, okay.
And I've been in LA pretty much all my life, you know.
Yeah, well, San Antonio still claims you.
Yes,
Yes.
But I'm an LA Rams fan, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, that's okay, but are you a Spurs fan?
No, bro, I'm a Legacy.
Oh!
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I could have said, yeah, go Spurs. I could have said it all day long. But I'm not gonna lie to you, you dig? So,
All right, okay, that's fine. We respect that, but maybe they're your second team.
they are.
All right, we'll take that. We'll take that.
You go to the playoffs, hopefully we're not,
We'll get to your character, Marcus, in a few seconds here, but what is it like for you representing San Antonio? Because San Antonio takes
I
pride
gotta tell you, the thing is that every time I come here, you guys show me so much love, and I give it to you right back. I mean, when I come here, it reminds me of home, because you dig, because even though we leave the state, we still got the San Antonio, who we are, you know what I'm saying? And that never leaves me, you know, guys, so it's just beautiful to see all my gente here. Everybody here looks like my tia, or my cousins. It's beautiful, man.
What was your favorite spot going to when you were growing up here?
You know, we lived across the street from Las Palmas. On German Mullen. And you know, I think it's the only house still there because it's all like factories and stuff. And my abuelita's house is still there, man. You dig what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, so we'd always be out there. Because they had the big old Ferris wheel. I don't know if they still have it now. There used to be a big old Ferris wheel that we used to go, you know, so it's pretty cool, man. You know?
All right. Well, you had the opportunity to be on both sides of Sons of Anarchy and Mayans. Talk about that. What was that like for you?
Yes, you know, that's a blessing. You know, just to be able to do a show for 7 years. And then you think it's over. I mean, that's a great run. But then Kurt Sutter calls me up and goes, let's go have some lunch. When he had some lunch, and it was kind of like a weird, why is he calling me? And he goes, hey, I think we're going to do it, man. I'm going to do what? He goes, we're doing the Mayans. And, you know, and I wanted to be cool, you know, like, but inside I was feeling good, man. You dig? And we did it, man. And it was, you know, what a blessing to play the same character for 12 years, you know?
Yeah. And taking pride, you're the OG of the OG when it comes to the Mayans, if you really think about it.
Well, I created it, except this guy changed it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, I gotta tell you though, man, you know what, I didn't learn to start acting until I did the Mayans. And it's really, I want to explain this to you now. I've been acting for a long time, but when I was doing Sons and stuff, like I had to have to fight with Charlie or argue with him. I'd be arguing with Charlie the night before in my bed. Like when I would get into characters so hard, and then I go to work and we see each other, I would just give him a look, and I would just do him a dirty look. That's the way I work, right? For so long, and so I, you know what I did? I would rather just hang out, but I couldn't because I hated you that day. And then I go slap you around, whatever we did. We say cut, and then I would still hate you to the next day because I'm still stuck in my character. And the Mayans allowed me to learn how to act. You know, Elgin James, and he would let me say, he would say, okay, we got that, now do one for you. See, because I've always been a ball player all my life, so I like pressure. You only got one shot, we got to throw that strike, we get that home run, you only got one shot. So I always took acting as one shot. I got one shot to do this. No, you fuck it up, you do it again. You know what I'm talking about? And Mayans allowed me, they gave me that play, man. And now, I think I've become a better actor because I can do that, you know what I'm saying? It's really a trip. I wish I would have learned that a long time ago, but you know what? These guys are my brothers, they really are my brothers. You know, I've never been to college, you know, like in a frat house, but whatever you see in a frat house, all those guys just having fun, they're having each other in headlocks. Get ready, guys! Look at these guys are running around chasing each other, and all of a sudden, 5-minute warning, and everybody gets all serious, man. It was so much fun, man, you know?
That's awesome. Did I read somewhere you stand-up comedy? Did I read that?
I did stand-up comedy for 8 years, man, you know, because I was like a real hardcore dude, you know. One of my mentors said, bro, you gotta let people laugh at you. Because I was that guy, you couldn't look at me because I would say, what are you looking at? I was that guy, you know?
That's San Antonio, though.
And so that helped me break that, like make fun of myself, let people laugh at you, and it broke this wall that I had. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, again, thank you for representing San Antonio so well.
Always.
We definitely love you. I think you have a treat there for a fan, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, you
so
do.
we got a Comicon t-shirt. So this goes to the purple. How are we going to do it?
Well, I think we all agreed on the trivia question, right?
No, we know the trivia question, but how do we pick?
I'll pick. Whoever raise your hand.
Take it, okay, right. Okay, so on the Mayans MC, I had a wife, right? So what we want to know is, what was her name? Ooh.
Oh, we got him. You called it. You said that was a deep dive.
Yeah,
you called it. Oh, we're here. Okay, yeah, come on up. I see you. Yeah, the pink, the picture. Yes.
If I get it wrong, I'm gonna be a total loser.
Okay.
I can't do that. I'm a little Mexican boy.
Okay. What's the answer?
Was it Gabby?
No.
I killed Gabby. Easy kill Gabby. Gabby's gone.
Anybody else?
Oh wait, we got one in the back.
You got one in the back, for real? Okay, come on up. Hurry up. Come up.
Right.
Hey.
Let me see your phone history.
All right.
Sandra.
Oh! Next.
That's part of my comedy bit.
Emilio, you stumped him.
Hey, she's over there.
You stumped him.
Wait, I got one over here.
Yeah, come on up.
Over
Come on
here.
up.
No Google.
Too late for that. Too late for that, Michael. They're Googling.
Bro, dude, I mean, we went deep. We were gonna ask who was the one king, but you know,
The hometown guy.
we were.
I think everybody's gonna
There's
say
like 4
this
different
dude.
questions, right?
All right, go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
I know you call her Izzy.
That's the winner.
That's not her name.
Thank you for that.
Very nice.
Appreciate that.
That was
Yeah.
good.
All right, everybody, go ahead and start lining up. I'm going to be opening up the mic in just a few minutes.
Oh, Ruthless jumped up quick.
Ruthless, bro. So as they're getting lined up here, a little birdie told me that when it comes to golf, you guys get competitive.
Yeah, we get
Yeah, I hear. Okay, so I know there's a difference between golf and then there's top golf. Okay?
Fuck, dude.
But you
Oh, look at
Kids here, there are kids here. I didn't even say what I said.
who's the best golfer? Golf, not top golf.
He's
golf.
the best golfer.
Mike, is that true?
Absolutely, it's true. Yes, you are.
I enjoy the game.
He enjoys it.
Shut up, Irby.
He's at the golf course like 4 or 5 times a week.
I
He's doing all the
am
tournaments.
only ever competing against myself and the course. If there's other people that happen to be there that score less than me, and I have to take their money, then
You gotta do what you gotta do.
What are you gonna do? I mean, those are the rules for that. Those are the rules of the game.
I'm like down 5 games with this guy.
Yeah?
Bro, my story started, right?
He wants to restart it?
No. I've been golfing for 30 years. He's been golfing like 5.
You've been golfing for 30?
Since 95, okay, 29 years, bro. But now he plays just as good as I do, and this guy takes all my money, and I hate it, man.
Well, Michael, you did say you're competitive. You did say
Oh,
that
well,
right now.
There is a reason that I was the president of the
One true king. Eliminated the Sons.
Listen, you died the president, I died the president.
I'm
There's
still
no
alive.
question about it.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Hey, we're retired. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.
All right, JD, but when it comes to top golf,
You can answer that
Dude,
too.
he got it too.
oh, I thought it was different.
No, top golf is different. You can't go and thinking it's golf. But
He
like,
takes it too serious, bro.
they do the double points and all that kind of stuff, right? And it just took me a second to realize that I thought that in top golf you gotta hit it as far as you can to get the most points. But then I started watching this dude, and all you gotta do is just dink it and just score, and then you get double the next points. So he just kept dinking it. I'm like, why is he getting like 500 points? And I caught on too late. Next
So,
time,
and now,
it's
and
on.
now?
Oh, well, I mean, we haven't gone since then.
Oh, we haven't gone.
No, we'll go.
I'm gonna bring my putter next time.
Bring your money. Bring your money.
See, guys, I haven't said a thing, okay? Hey, I'm staying out of this conversation, all
You know
right?
what's funny? Like I'll go like, you play pool, pool, and he goes, 1992 champ. You play ping pong, 1994 champ. That's this guy. You play foosball, 1996 champ. The fuck out of here.
Bro, I was a boys club kid. Man.
Yeah, the boys club, okay. I didn't have boys club, okay. So bro, like me and Irby during work, bro, in between breaks, we were always gambling, playing dice. Oh, high card, low card. Everything. Well, I loved it. We had a great time.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
All right. Well, I cannot. You got to film the next golf session, whether it's golf or just golf.
Listen, I have filmed some of them, but Emilio won't let me post them. It's crazy.
Wait, Michael. Wait.
Let me tell you a fucking story, bro. So check this out. So we had a golf game, right? We had a golf game, and he had a good game, and I had a bad game. Now the scores were bad. mine was, his was good. So guess what happened? With that, in the clubhouse, he had that scorecard framed.
Oh my
In the
God.
clubhouse where everybody could see it.
I took it to work and I gave it to the props guy. I said, hey, listen, I need you to get this framed for Emilio. We're gonna make a big scene about it. It's gonna be a special gift. We'd like to present it to him at lunch. And it was George. And Emilio's feeling pretty good about himself. You know, we got this special thing and it was the freaking scorecard.
Which I still got at home.
So is it you? I mean, the vibe I've been here is unanimous. He's the best golfer.
He's really good.
He's the best golfer.
Okay, all right. Who's second best?
It depends. It depends.
We change it up.
Okay.
They both have strengths in their team.
Go ahead.
No, you know what the thing is? JD just started playing, right?
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah, you're
and now it's just like exciting, bro. Like, because I mean, he's been playing like about a year, maybe 8 months, and he's getting better than me a little bit. Because he focuses, bro. You know what I'm saying? He takes his time. Me, I get frustrated. You know, I do one shot in the sand, I can't get out of the sand. It's tough, you know.
Yeah. You're catching up, huh, JD?
He's catching up. He is catching up.
Do you feel any heat, Michael? Do you feel heat from JD?
No, I'm way off from this dude.
He is catching up.
Look at
Listen,
you.
Emilio.
You're just
Listen,
He's catching up to Emilio.
This dude, his kid's gone to college, and I got like
Oh,
a
he's got
6
young
and 8-year-old. I got babies, so I'm like, you know, I can't get out there like that. And
We've been in the
this dude
strike.
always at the golf
Once
course.
a week, he plays 4 times.
I can't catch up. You can't. You know, no, I'll catch up. I'll catch up. I'll
Yeah,
catch
he'll
up.
get there.
You'll get there.
Please videotape the next golf
I
session.
promise
Please.
you.
The trash talk that must go on.
It's fantastic.
I gotta tell you this, okay? Because a lot of times we'll be on the same team against 2 other guys, and we'll play him, and the ball will hit the goal, he'll go in the water, right? So I know when I'm playing against him, he's telling my balls to go in the water. Hey, here
Is
you
that
go.
true? Is that true?
Listen,
What's that?
man, I'm competitive by nature, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If you're on my team, again, you're on my team.
Right.
Right? It's us against them.
Yeah.
If you're playing against me,
It is what it is, right?
it is what it is.
Hear him whisper, he talks out loud, but he thinks out loud.
Oh, wait. Do you talk trash? Are you talking some trash?
Me?
Yeah.
He's the most mellow one.
No, I don't talk like you know, I think it. You know, I go, hey, Emilio, that's okay. It's okay. I'm like,
What about him? He
does talk trash.
Oh, you talk
Oh,
trash?
yeah.
he starts talking trash,
starts
and then by the end of it, he's not talking anymore.
We're not paying everybody.
You know, we have a good time because we're like, you know, we go out, we have fun, we get loud, we start going at each other, and people look at us like we're about to fight, but you know, that's just how we were. Like that's, you know,
It's beautiful.
how it was on set, how it is today.
It's a brotherhood, a real brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, all good.
All right, guys, your turn. All right, kick us off, man.
First of all, thank you to the show, thank you to the cast, really wonderful show, and please come back to Big Texas. We want to see you guys again.
That's it.
My question, of course, is to JD. First of all, I resonated with the character of Easy Reyes, especially after the Gab murder, because he has embraced the heel turn, right? One thing I wanted to ask you, and I've looked at interviews, and you talk about how it was an emotional, inevitable ending for Easy, and of course the critics agree with you. My question to you, not the writers, not FX,
Ooh, I like it.
what alternate ending did you guys want to explore? And that goes to the cast. What alternate ending did you want to explore to keep the show going?
You know, I thought my alternate, and we did discuss this. This was kind of discussed early on in the season. Was that, and by the way, like it was already set from the beginning that Easy was going to die. And then we started discussing right when we shot the last season that Angel was going to die. And oh, stop.
Michael, did you hear that, Dad?
Get out of here. Fuck that guy. That's great. It started to get discussed that he was going to die and that it was going to set Easy off. Like even worse than what it was. Like Easy was going to go after like the seeds of the Sons. Like he was just going to kill everybody. And then like at the end, like leave, just vanish off. That was discussed. You know what I would personally love?
Here we go.
I would personally love that, you know, Easy gets caught at the end, the feds come in, and then they take Easy back to prison for life. But now he's in there, and he's a shot caller. And he's a shot caller for the Mayans. So then we can see him, you know, talking to like the next crew, the next generation of Mayans that are about to go out, and it's like he's still running shit, you know? Like, no, the Mayans are still on top because Easy's now protected and safe inside. That's kind of like, but no, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, next question.
Hey guys, I was a fan of both shows, Mayans and Sons, both. And in both shows, let's face it, a lot of people get killed. My question is, do you guys know which show had the highest death toll?
Google. Who had the highest death toll on Alexa? Yeah, I have no idea.
Like total?
Yeah. Emilio, do you know
Like
since
all
you're
the
a
characters?
Yeah, I mean,
I would say the Sons because they had 7 seasons, so I'm sure that there was a lot more deaths on that. But I think Easy killed more people just as a character than any of the guys did, like solo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emilio, you're in both, yeah.
You know what, their Sons, they have so many different gangs and MCs, and people just dying left and right, so we're people. I know I killed a lot, but come on, sunshine.
Over churros too, right? Like, I told him after I saw it, I was like, I'm never gonna get churros with you. Like,
That's the ongoing joke, you know?
I love
As I
churros.
scooch over away from Emilio. All right, go ahead. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Guys, mine's more of gratitude. Thank you for doing what you do, because in the world of today, you take us out of where we are and what we're all going through, and we're able to disconnect. And with that, we get into this madre in the show, and it puts us somewhere else where you don't even think about what's going on with you. Emilio, you remind me of my uncle in San Diego. I've always been connected to that. Michael, you were introduced to me, so obviously I don't have much. Jesus, Jesse from Los Islos, who knew? That's how far back
Thank you.
I have been following. So thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for coming to San Antonio. We hope you come back again.
And likewise, I want to say thank you and thank everybody for watching, because if you don't watch, we don't have a show.
Well,
So
you
thank
got us for life. I'm telling you, I've been watching you since Jesse.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Real quick though, Michael, when you hear like the fan reaction like that live in person, what does that mean for you? And you can speak on behalf of your friends here.
Yeah, man, it's amazing, you know. That show, I mean, listen, art has always been that for me. Usually when I was growing up in my career, I've been like the only Latino on set, right? Because so many of our jobs, you know, coming out of New York, like you're the only guy that's representing the black or the white or the Asian or whatnot. So to be on a fully Latino show and be part and like be invited into the whole culture and the biker mentality in the world and the club world, like it's been absolutely amazing. Yeah, we couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that my daughter and I love you all, and you're very talented at your craft. But my question is for JD, is that my daughter and I loved you in Breaking Dawn Part 2. What was the process of getting that role, and did you enjoy it?
I did, because it was, it was a time where, after the burning plane, I think I was ready to quit acting and go to school. I went to college, so I really wanted to go and work on my math degree, which I was really good at. And then, you know, when I got pulled back in, Breaking Dawn was just, you know, an audition. You know, and then I booked it, right? And it was funny because, so I started reading the books, and they were already filming when they cast my character. So I went to go to Louisiana. I think we shot in Shreveport first, in like this big old stadium, all green screen. And this was like the battle. This was like where I was gonna come out. And so I go the day before, and it's freezing cold. And then the costumer, like, they came up and they're like, "Do you know what you're wearing?" And I was like, "No." And then they start laughing. And I was like, "Why?" They're like, "We'll be right back." And they come back with this little loincloth. And they're like, "Put this on," you know? And I was like, "Oh my God," like, it's like a skirt. I could feel all the hair coming up and everything. And then they're like, you know, tied all the stuff. But it was a beautiful process. It was a massive project, a huge fan base, and I was really proud to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good question.
I love it. Thank you.
Hey, cool T-shirt. Look at this, guys. He's rocking it today.
That's
Look
my
at
twin
that.
right there with the same shirt.
Yeah, we got the same shirt on. Right?
Well, I have a son's cut, so yeah. Anyway,
This guy.
They
You showed up at the wrong party, homie.
once a son, always a son. But anyway, in the show, you guys actually work with a legend, a legendary actor in the Hispanic community who we've had as a guest here a while back, Richard. I'm just kidding. Good. Eddie. What's it like really working with Eddie almost?
I'm a big fan of Eddie since back. I seen Zuzu live back in '76, '78, whatever it was, and I've been a big fan of him since then. And I worked with Eddie a lot over the years, but never with him. Like we'd be in the same movie, but not in the same scenes, you know. So that one time that me and Eddie worked together, we had a scene together. That was like 45 years in the making, bro. You dig what I'm saying? And I remember we did the scene, and I was pumped up because I've always wanted to do a scene that he's a legend, you know. And after we were done, we did like in 2 takes. It was done, and I go, "Eddie, I was fucking nervous, bro." And he goes, "So was I." And then we hugged, and it was a beautiful thing, you know. And then like a month later, I gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award at Nosotros, so it was a beautiful thing, man. It really was, you know.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, man. He was great, man. He's a legend, and having him play my dad, we still talk to this day. I still call him Pop. You know, he calls me son, and you know, working with him, it just also, when you think about what he did during that time, I mean, he transcended. You know, he really did a lot for the community, and what was beautiful too is people just saw him as like a great actor too. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a stereotype. He was just Edward James Olmos, and he still is. So, beautiful man. We're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I love the show.
Nice cut you got there.
Hey, look at that cut.
2 quick questions. What was y'all's favorite bike, all 3 of y'all, and do y'all still ride?
My favorite bike is my bike because I rode them on the show, and I do still ride. I have a few bikes, so I don't go riding per se, as like, you know, right? I have it by a mountain, so I line up my bikes and I take them to the hills just so they could, you know, stay lubricated. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't, let them sit, they kind of go to shit, you know what I mean? I don't want to pay to get it over again, so I still ride. Not like social riding anymore, just to keep the bikes going now, you dig?
Michael?
I love Bishop's bike, man. Like I didn't ride before the show or anything like that. And when I finally saw Bishop's bike, I was like, that's fucking Bishop. You know? And you know, I don't ride. I mean, I can ride, but I don't have a bike in the garage. Obviously, I golf a lot. And
I had to come back to that.
Listen, you gotta pick your hobbies, man.
Hey, so no, but check this out, right? So like 2 weeks ago, we were in Idaho. We got hired to go ride with a bunch of people, right? And he goes, so they gave us some nice bikes. They're comfortable at least, right? They were Harleys, but they were stock. They were not lowriders like we ride. And he goes, bro, I don't really ride, bro.
I said that after like 120 miles, okay? And like we were out there for like a benefit, and I'm like, someone said, how long do you run a ride? How long do you ride a ride? I said, you know, half hour. Great. I thought we were just gonna do a little thing through the town.
We did the whole damn state, bro.
We did the whole state. They're like, here's another lake. I'm like, it's beautiful. They're like, here's another lake. I'm like,
It's the same, bro.
I'm like, bro, come on.
So he's looking at me, and he goes,
Like,
oh, when are we going back?
I'm good, bro.
Another 100 miles going back.
Yeah, I'm like,
And then
cameras out.
the next day we did it again, another 4 hours the next day. But you know, he rides good, man. He's a good
Wait, this was over a span of days?
Over 2 days, I go down the same. I play one on TV.
Oh, man.
But Listen, it was a fast, honestly, you know, the wind therapy, we're riding out in the country. It was beautiful. Yeah, you know, we get called out to come out and do events and different things like that, and it's always great to get back on the bike and, you know, be Bishop again for a minute.
Good stuff, JD.
I mean, the only bike that I had, which was the Softail Deluxe, and, you know, 22-inch ape hangers. I loved it, you know. I don't ride as much anymore. But just because it's hard to ride in LA. You don't want to ride in LA. Like, people are crazy over there. But I love it, man, and it's definitely, you understand the bike culture, right? I got a lot of respect for it.
Cool, good question, thank you. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, I don't know how, it's maybe a question, comment, opinion. JD, early on you said Hollywood is a little weird, it's a little segregated. There's obviously issues going on, right? I am a single mom of a daughter who wants to pursue directing and film. She wrote her first screenplay that's going to be highlighted in New York next week at the film festival. She's a phenomenal writer. We're from the hood, and it's amazing how smart these kids are. What I want to know, as a community, as a culture, what can we do to change something for us? Do we need to band together and just put a whole lot of money together and become our own studio? What do we need to do to break through these barriers, to embrace and encourage these kids to pursue their talents? Because some of these kids are amazing. For an 18-year-old Mexicana to write a phenomenal film that took state at UIL in Texas, and now they called her to New York to showcase her film in Times Square. I want to encourage that, support that, but as a community, as a culture, what do we do to break away from that segregation so that we can form our own stuff? So we can be the shot callers of film, of directing, of screenplay writing, of all of it. What do we have to do?
Well, on that part, you gotta, well, you're doing the right part already because you're already supporting your daughter. You gotta support your kids what they want, because for us, my time at least, this was so far-fetched. You know, there was nobody like me on TV, you dig? So you're already doing the right thing. It's just we gotta get more people to believe in their kids, you know, or their relatives, whatever they're doing. That's gonna be the unit right there. But it's hard to do, you know what I mean? So you do your part, let her film it with her phone. If she got that kind of talent, do it whatever she can, how she can do it, and try to sell it like you guys do now. But it's really hard, because what happens with us is we want to do the for sure thing. We want to do the thing that, hey, get that union job, man. Do the 30 years you retire. No, let the kids dream. You can't, because believe me, if I can do what I did where I come from, anybody can do it. You got to drive, and it's good when somebody's helping you with it. You take it's tough alone, you know.
That's a very complicated. There's an answer, but it's complicated. There's several things. One is be great, and that's just the truth. You have to be great, and then be great, and then be great, and then be great. When you look at Eddie Olmos, when you look at Denzel Washington, when you look at Morgan Freeman, I mean, these people, like, it was stacked against them because they, like, especially Morgan, because he started late, right? And you just have to be great, and that's just the truth, because it's filled with good, you know? And you got to tell, like, your own stories and be unique. And that's a personal thing for your daughter. That's what I would say, like, as a filmmaker, just keep making things. Quantity, just keep making them, keep writing stories, and within that you become a better artist. You start learning your own signature and creating your own style. As far as a community, and this is where it gets complicated, because Latinos, we're segregated even within our own community, right? Here's the problem with Hollywood. Hollywood takes us all together and says we are brown, and they're gonna make a brown movie, and then they expect all the Latinos to go watch it. That doesn't happen. Because if you make a Mexican movie, the Puerto Ricans aren't going to watch it, the Nuevo Ricans aren't going to watch it, the Cubans aren't going to watch it. If you make a Cuban movie, the Mexicans aren't going to watch it. Like, look at the World Cup. We're always against each other in a way, right? Like, so we don't go out and support our own stuff. In fact, I think they found statistically, like, we're 30% of the sales in like movies at the movie theaters. So we just want to be entertained. You know, like when the Fast and Furious comes out, Latinos just go, right? It's like, it's a great movie, let's go see it, or the Avengers or whatever. So that's where it gets complicated, you know? And I think at the end of the day, a great story is a great story. A great movie is a great movie, and then everybody will go watch it. So, and then here's the third thing. There is no guarantee. I could say everything and tell your daughter how it's supposed to be done, and then maybe she never achieves the kind of success she wants to achieve. We've all been lucky to a certain point. We all work hard, but we can't go into this business thinking you deserve something. You just have to work, and that's what's like, whatever success is to you, that's success. And it's art, and the artist's life is just like, you just want to do art just because you want to do it. You know, like I heard someone say, like, if you really want to be an actor, you'll go do theater too. Like, you're not going to wait for a movie, you're not going to wait for a camera, you're just like, wherever I can do acting, I'm going to do it. So, it's a journey, it's a marathon, chase your passion, and yeah, I think for the community, let's just support our films. Go see them.
You know, the thing is, don't ever, it is for the young actors out there, don't ever get into acting because you want to be rich and famous, because more than likely that's not going to happen. You do what I'm saying? Do it because you have to express yourself. That's the, you know, when I was doing theater, when I started doing theater, I had a great job. But I started doing theater and I said, man, if I could make half the money I would do as a mechanical engineer, working as an actor in the theater, I would quit my job. And it worked out better than that, but that's how much I loved it. You dig what I'm saying? I got to express myself. You dig what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. So do it because you have to do it, not because you think you're going to be famous and rich. You dig? It's got to be right here, man.
Good words there. Thank you for the words. Go ahead.
This is for all of you guys. When did you guys know you wanted to be an actor?
You know, I say this story all the time. You know, when I was a kid, I stuttered. I still stutter, but when I was a kid, I stuttered like bad. You know, and I did a play called Rumpelstiltskin, right? And I didn't stutter at all, right? Because I knew what I was going to say, and I was repeating myself over and over again. And I remember everybody clapping for me, right? Everybody was clapping for me, and I felt really good, you know, because a lot of times I wouldn't talk because I talked really bad. I had a real bad speech impediment. And then when I started acting, I would see some, I was getting clean and sober, so I was seeing a psychiatrist and shit, right? And then he told me, what in your whole life made you happy? And there was a lot of things in my life that made me happy, but what really set me back was that time when everybody applauded me and I didn't stutter. So when I told him that, he said, well, then you need to be an actor, you gotta give it a shot. And I did, and I ran. I mean, it was a big process, and it worked out, you dig what I'm saying? But that's when, I think when I was a kid, and then I told my dad, I go, I want to be an actor, Dad. And he said, that's only for rich white people. That was my dad, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember one time we were watching the movie The Cowboys with John Wayne, and there was a guy, A. Martinez, he played Cimarron, right? And he was like me, man, badass, right? And I go, look, Dad, he's an actor. He goes, yeah, but there's only one, you know? And I shot it down again, you dig what I'm saying? You know, that's one of my favorite movies because of A. Martinez, you know?
Michael?
Yeah, you know, I grew up, I loved movies as a kid. I always liked playing make-believe. And yeah, you know, I was on a whole nother journey. I was playing soccer pretty competitively as a youngster, and you know, little God intervention stepped in and said, maybe you're gonna go that way, and I followed the first yes, and I had a teacher say, I think you can do this, and I followed that yes, and I moved to New York, and the teacher said, I absolutely believe it, and I followed that yes. So, you know, I believe that like life is an improv, and you don't want to kill the improv. You got to follow the clouds and follow the signs and follow the yeses, and don't beat your head against the wall in the nose, right? You just got to kind of adjust and pivot. So I've always kind of followed my dreams sometimes because people were like, hey, go that way. And I just started to kind of follow the yeses, and now we're here. Yeah.
I, you know, as a kid, loved movies. Always loved it. My mom loved all the like classic romance movies. My dad was a big action guy, you know, loved all that stuff. So I always loved it as a kid, but he left us when I was 13, and then and I had a hard time with that. You know, I didn't have a man to teach me how to be a man, and I was filled with like a lot of anger and really emotional. And I took a theater class at school, and I was so terrified of it. But oh my God, like it felt like a drug. And I left there feeling like I have something to say. And that's even really without knowing, like I didn't know that, but looking back, I had something to say, you know? And so then I started watching movies differently. I started watching the characters and started studying them, and then studying the actors, and then studying the directors, and then listening to the actors' interviews, and like, how did they think about this? How did they think about that? Because now I have something to say, and I want to say it in that art form. And then, I was literally counting the days for high school to end, and I was like, see everybody later. I'm gone. I'm gonna go be an actor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir, what's your question?
Yes, sir. So, just wanted to say I'm a fan.
Thank you, brother.
All of you guys for representing it for Latinos. Like, more power to you guys.
Thank you.
It's so inspiring, for one. For someone who's trying to be an inspiring actor, what are some tips? What are some key things that you would if you could drop off to someone you're close to, or if you were close to someone, what would you tell them, like, if they wanted to be an actor?
Like for you?
Like for me?
Like you want to be?
Yeah.
So no, hey, listen. And by the way, that's not a stupid question, and that's not a stupid dream. You know, like we all had the same dream in a way. You know, and by the way, if we don't book the shows, this is why I say we do the work, but so many stars have to align because you got to get past the casting director. The producers have to see that you're the one. The director has to see it. Like so much of it has to line up for you to even get a job, right? And then you get like a guest star on CSI Miami or whatever it is, and it comes and it goes, and yeah, but then it's gone, right? It's like it takes a big job, like to put us where we are, you know, and we couldn't. None of us saw that, you know. It just happened. So what I would say. And like he was saying, don't chase the fame. Don't chase the money. Have a job, but on the side, look at your local theater. Get on stage. Feel that. Learn what it is to get into a character. Learn what it means to like be somebody else and make that your own. You know, do that research and then just keep doing that and doing that. And then when you feel like you have an understanding of it, then go online, look for agents in your area. Okay, and then get headshots, and then submit it. I think that's what they still do. Submit it, and then like it's like fishing, man. You got to fish for an agent, and you got to like break down their doors, you know, and then have a monologue prepared or whatever. Like I don't know if they still do that, but it's like I had to do that. Where they say, okay, let's see it. Like what do you got? You have to have a monologue memorized and prepared.
A sad one and a happy one. You did.
Yeah, so you got to show range. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to like. Then once you get an agent, then you know they start calling around and saying like, hey, so we have an audition. You know they want to see you, and then you go in. Then you go in and you got to do it, and you're one of like 100. You know, but that's the process, and you got to be crazy enough and passionate enough to want to do that over and over and hear the no's and no's and no's and be like, your own family tells you you can't, like, hey, mijo, it's time to think of something else. And you're like, no, I think I can still do it.
Stay away from the people that say that's not going to happen for you. Those are haters, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Run with that shit, bro. And I'm going to tell you something. Anything that goes in your life, whether it's sad, happy, mad, all that shit, Remember how I made you feel pretty in your back pocket? And when they ask you to do it, you bring it right back, oh boy, you dig what I'm saying?
Let's go.
But do it. You did it.
All right, that's the final question. Oh, you guys missed? Oh, okay.
What's up? Thank you.
So we're gonna get that video of y'all playing golf, right? We're gonna get that video, right?
I'll send you a little something next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the, yeah, whatever.
We have a tournament, actually we do have, we're the same team now. We are on the same team. So
You in it?
No, I'm not in it.
He was asked to go, but he's busy.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, y'all gonna school him something in this tournament? Y'all gonna school him?
No, we're on the same team, so actually we got each other's back.
You're on the same team, but you guys still like put money on the side.
Yeah, always bet, yeah. It's just more fun.
Why is he just there looking at you smiling? And just
He knows it's
smiling?
Because he knows.
He's gonna win, bro.
Hey, I tell him all the time, like, dude, don't bet him. Don't bet him. Don't bet him.
And you still do it?
I just have to.
He needs it. He's like, he's got the urge.
I'm a fiend, bro. I gotta do it.
Why are you doing this right now?
That's what he does. You know, so we're playing Top Golf, right? And he goes, there's a trick to this. And then I swear to God, we're playing, we're eating, we're playing. I swear he's in the corner like this.
Yeah.
Then he figures it out, and he don't tell nobody. And I told JD, he didn't tell us shit. He goes, I wouldn't tell you anything too, bro. He wants to win, you know?
Yeah, hey, no, listen, it goes back to the acting thing too, like, you gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta have a healthy sense of delusion that you are built for this game, right? Whether it's golf, life, whatever you decide to do in your life. And you can't get too high, you can't get too low. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta keep that core in you. But the reason I don't talk too much about the golf stuff is because
Oh, here we go.
Here you go.
Here we go.
He has headphones, he just needs to stay calm.
Meditation stuff?
they say the longest club in your bag is the one right here. So if I'm winning there, then I'm winning there, okay?
Sends his fucking videos, bro.
I do, I send him golf videos. He's obviously not watching them. I mean, I keep sending him over and over. I'm like the trick to the short game, the unstoppable golfer, mind over matter. He's like, yo, I got your video. I'm like, did you watch it? He's like, no. So, I mean, you know, I gotta start making sure that he's watching the...
But are you hearing footsteps now from JD though? You're hearing footsteps?
No, he's so far ahead. He's
He's trying to play, but that guy's back.
He's trying to play.
I'll win holes here and there. Like I'll beat everybody in like a hole here and there, whatever. But it's just not. You know, it's 18 holes. You got to do it over and over and over and over. I'm not consistent like that.
All right. Well, before I let you go, any kind words you want to give to the fans here? We're coming out here showing you all some love.
I want to thank you. I've been doing this for a long time, and you guys have been giving me so much love over the years. I love you right back. Thank you so much.
Yeah, listen, I just want to say thank you. You know, when we finish this show, for me as an actor, I like to put things to bed and kind of bury them. It helps me kind of move on and get myself open for the next character. Bishop was an absolute departure from who I am as a human being. And when I got to kind of zip up that part and get back and get out of that toxicity, it was very, I don't know, it was just so refreshing to kind of let that go. And to come back in and have all the little stories and people tell me about Bishop and how they loved him even though he went dark and he went self-destructive and he killed easy, you know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, I did my job, and when I get to see people and they tell me that they appreciated me or they hated me or they didn't like what I did, it just means I did my job. And I just want to say thank you guys. And
I do. Same. You know, it was 5 years of that. It was beautiful, and it changed my life in so many ways, but it was painful. It really was. It was painful. I tell people, like, when you watch something, you all know what a good actor or actress is when you're like, oh, you gotta watch it, like it's a great movie, it's such a good story, good acting, and that's because like they had to get into it, and that's the sacrifice that we make. You know, we lose relationships over it. We lose like ourselves sometimes in it. And so when we wrapped that last season, it was so painful and traumatic for me. And in a lot of ways, I was happy and angry, and my emotions were all over the place. But I gotta say, doing these events with you all, and these two boys right here, has been such a healing process for me, and in such an unexpected way. At first, you know, my guy Fred's been trying to get me out to do the conventions, and I was always like I'll wait till Mayans is done, and then I'll make the rounds, and I'll do that. Just thinking that I'm just gonna say hey to the fans. But you all, what I didn't expect was the healing that you all would give me. And it's because we get to talk about it, you know? We get to air it out and talk about how you felt, talk about how we felt. So I just want to thank you because it's really healed me and helped me move on past all that stuff.
Yeah,
so thank you so much.
Good stuff. Hey, real quick, did you keep the cut? Did you keep your cut?
Yeah, I have the prospect cut that I let people take photos with, but I have my president cut.
Okay.
I have that one. That still has blood on it, so I didn't bring it. That still has blood on it.
Oh, he went there. Michael, you got your cut still?
I still have my cut.
Where is it?
It's out here on the, it's out on the floor. I brought it with me. I took it out of my little shadow box at home. But mine still has the vice president on it. Because, right?
Yes, as it should.
We were very rushed that day. But if you notice on the last episode, they CG'd it, said Presidente back on it. So, I mean, but yeah, I still have the cut. I still have the cut.
All right, good. Emilio, you still got your cut?
Yeah,
You got how many cuts?
No, it's, you know, check it out. So the first cut I wore for 7 years, right? And then so when I came back to do Mayans, they said, Emilio, you want us to make a new cut? And I go, no, just change the flat. So I had the same cut for 12 years, brother. I didn't want to keep it OG. You did?
Yeah. You still, is it here with you or you know?
No, it's just hanging in my eye. I don't want to lose that one.
Yeah.
It's been around for a long time.
All right. Well, if you did not get a chance to talk with them, not a problem, because I believe your booths are still open, right? Your tables?
I don't know. I just
okay, well,
do what
if they are, go down there.
Well, we're here tomorrow.
Well, and they're here tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
definitely
you're here tomorrow.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So either go check it out. Maybe they're open, or if not, come back tomorrow. Get yourself the autograph, picture, all that good stuff. They'll be here. Friendly faces. Maybe we're gonna get the cut. Maybe we get the cut.
I will actually not be here tomorrow. I know, you guys are crazy, but no, I'm just kidding. But I will not be here tomorrow. These boys will be here representing the Mayans MC.
All right.
And yeah, cheers.
Well, thank you for coming to San Antonio, by the way.
Absolutely.
Once again, the cast of